Hello. I am going live on Instagram. Hello, everybody. Merry Christmas. It's only a couple days away. Welcome to Cheer Chat. There's going to be an episode this week. I pulled it off somehow. So I have an amazing interview with Marcus Anthony Sophus. He's a former dancer for the DC Rhythm and Blue. And his episode is going to energize your butt getting into the new year. That's all I can tell you. He's a man of many hats. And his episode is yet to be named because I look for inspiration, but excited to edit that up for you guys and share that with you. I'll give a couple minutes for people to join. Hi, everybody on YouTube. You can really see into my bedroom. Like half of the time, there's probably stuff everywhere in the background, but I'm excited for Christmas this week. I watched all of the cute little pictures that people are posting and videos for the holiday games, and it really was one of my favorite games to wear our not royal blues, our like navy blue Santa dresses, and we would dance to Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas, and honestly, it would just give me all the Christmas feels, and I miss that, and just seeing you guys out there looking so adorable, it was just like, oh. But I hope you guys are all ready for Christmas. You got your shopping done. I think I overshopped this year, just overcompensating for 2020 sucking. And what can you do? You're just I've just been doing so much online shopping this whole quarantine. That's all I've been doing. And so it's really tough to break that habit leading up to Christmas, but the kids will be happy. That's all I can ask for. But I have a couple things to update you guys on. I included some things in the story. There's some updates from some NBA teams. I hope it's one of many awards that are going to be given out in the NFL. So if you guys are ready, we'll just get into it before I launch into the episode. So I told you guys I was going to try to watch more reality TV or just TV period, which is not easy to do for me, but I watched 12 Dates of Christmas. So like if you're in Instagram, if you're online watching on YouTube, who's watched, it's on HBO Max, it's 12 Dates of Christmas. It's one of those dating shows, you're finding love to bring somebody home for the holidays. And one of my former teammates, she was my captain. I think that was my last year on the team. She goes by Faith Fernandez in this show, but I know her as Christian. But if you guys watched it, I'm just going to, I watched the whole thing. I watched the reunion episode, so I might as well talk about it, right, since I watched it. But, for those dating shows, I don't know how people do it. I'm very impressed. I don't even want to say there's no way, but it would be super, super stressful. But they were in this beautiful castle in Austria, and there were 3 leads. I'm going to go by Faith, I guess, because that's what she was called in the show, but it's really hard. So Christian Faith, one of the 2 will come up. But anyway, they were in Austria, and there were 2 other leads, a guy named Garrett and another guy. What the hell was his name? He was so cheesy. What was his name, you guys? Come on. Chad, of course. It's like the perfect name for him, the type of guy that he is. But anyway, super cute. There wasn't like a super ton of drama. It seemed like the cast more or less got along. It wasn't like, just people throwing hot chocolate on each other and all that kind of drama. But I have to say, it was really, I got sucked in. I watched it, and the reunion, of course, was just, they tried to throw in some juicy tidbits, but I don't know if you guys have the gumption to get on a reality TV show. And I think there are people who, after they dance, they, go down to LA and then they, go to different casting calls. I'm not a commercial genius. And I think this episode is going to give us like another take on the commercial side of dance and just, acting and doing different things and branching out after you stop dancing. But I'm just curious, like, what do you guys think? Would you ever do it? Like, I would be too nervous. And especially when dating is hard enough, and to do it on a TV show is probably just a whole nother level. But I won't do any spoilers. You guys should watch it and give me your 2 cents. But I watched the show, and I'm just gonna say, Christian's an amazing young woman. I think she carried herself very well, and she was the catch, like for real. Like even with all the women that came through the house, it was just like, not for nothing, but just a little basic. But but she was stunning and carried herself well. And I think for me watching, just being, auntie, we're gonna call me auntie. That came up in the episode in the interview. I'm definitely older than most people that probably listen to the podcast, but I'm gonna give my mama bear 2 cents when it's, why not? That's what I'm here for. But it was just something where like the guy that was her love interest was a little bit older. Well, how much older than her? Like 7, 8 years older than her. But it's just one of those things where it's like, I think there was like a little snafu with, little white lie or whatever told, that by Christian about kissing the other lead or some drama. I mean, you guys watch it. But the point is, like, from there, I think because she's, a very wonderful person and loyal and trust and honesty and all that's super important to her. I felt like she was like almost trying to prove herself to him the rest of the time, like how loyal she was. Like she had like tunnel vision on this dude the whole time. And I'm like, you got, other people here that you could be exploring and getting to know. And there was a really, really cute guy at the very end that I actually was hoping that she picked. They dropped dates in 12 Days of Christmas. It's like you're on a date and somebody just pops up, a new contestant. So it was really hard to probably manage and juggle all of that. But anyway, I just hope, that things work out. I think, once you're out of reality TV land, you have to kind of make sure that you can work. You have to get to know people. You can plunge all in, but there's, trade-offs to doing that too. And I think the guy that she picked is pretty cautious and wanting, 2020 hit and probably threw a million wrenches in their plans. But she came out of it single, and it was just like, oh, he needs to be proving himself to her. That's how I feel. I mean, obviously I don't know shit about what's going on in their relationship, but it's fun to watch and get into it. And it seems like they have mutual love and respect for each other and are still building, but they're not together. I don't know, watch it. I mean, if I don't, like I said, watch that kind of stuff, but if you guys are in stuff like that, then I will try to take an interest and support and watch it. And it just made me think about like just supporting each other in general. Like everybody's got dreams and ambitions and things that they're looking to do. And, it's scary once you put yourself out there. It's scary having a podcast. It's scary launching your own business. I've seen so many different things from people during this quarantine where they're trying out their different skills and passions and interests. And I think we got to kind of support one another. I do the best I can with managing social media on here, but I love seeing the collaborations between people. Kayla Shabri. Oh my God, Kayla, I'm so sorry. I'm just going to call you Dr. Kayla, but I was super excited to see that she paired up with Jasmine, who's an Atlanta Hawks dancer, and they did like a mashup NBA, NFL class down in Atlanta. Like, I love seeing stuff like that. Like, we should all be like supporting one another. And, you guys know I'm not doing ads with this podcast, but hopefully you're listening as a way of support or telling your friends about it or whatever, and tag me and stuff, because I cannot keep up with Instagram and just like all the different things that are fed to me. It's not like, it's not all the content that I want to see. And then you keep seeing the same stuff over and over again. So if I've overlooked anything, please tag me. I try to reshare as much as possible, but I hope that carries forward into the new year, that whatever ventures that people are doing, that you support each other. So I watched 12 Days of Christmas. That was me trying to show some support. And again, I'm still keeping up with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. I'm enjoying watching it. Like, I don't know what's removed from it. I probably should have watched the season before, just out of comparison or something. But I am enjoying it a lot. I think it's been fun to watch. And these are some talented behind rookies coming in. That's all I can say. So anyway, moving on. One of the other topics that I wanted to bring up was just the NFL, because, the Atlanta Falcons named their cheerleader of the year. Her name is Priscilla. She is a 4th-year vet and a captain. And I don't know if it's like purposefully not Pro Bowl. I feel like before that's just like the Pro Bowl cheerleaders. So maybe they didn't decide to name a Pro Bowl cheerleader. I'm not sure. And I didn't get a chance to confirm. But congratulations, Priscilla. I think it's amazing. She's studying public relations at Kennesaw I'm saying that right? Kennesaw State University. And she's a gymnastics coach, and she seems like an all-around great person and performer. And so, I mean, it's a huge honor. You guys, if we don't end up having Pro Bowl cheerleader honors this year, then I hope teams come up with something else to recognize their wonderful teammates and leaders on the team. And tag me if I miss anything, please, because I don't want to. I've been waiting for the official announcement on the Atlanta Hawks page, but I haven't seen it. But I know she got it, so I wanted to say congratulations. And, you know, the NBA, I stormed the story with a bunch of stuff, but it seems as though the NBA is taking a similar path as the NFL last year, where a few of the teams had made an announcement that they're not going to hold auditions. Some of them kind of left it open whether they were taking vets, but now it seems like today was the day to kind of announce that there are squads that are formed based on the veterans. So the Warriors, the Miami Heat, and the Laker girls and the Clipper Spirit Dancers all kind of had their announcement of their team and welcome back their vets. And it's super exciting to see what they'll be doing. There are a few teams that are out there right now. It looks like at games. I'm not sure if they're performing like on the court or what their activity is. I'm just waiting for it to be posted to be public. But 76ers entertainment team seems to be at games. The 407 has formed, so the Detroit Pistons dancers. So there's a few teams that have formed, and Atlanta Hawks, of course, and a couple others, I believe. But we're waiting to see what they end up doing. I mean, it's great that at least if they're taking back vets, and even if it's concept videos, thank you, Giggles. Even if it's just concept videos, it'll be great to see some dancing. The Brooklyn Nets have been putting out some cute stuff lately leading up to Christmas. But let's just hope that the rest of the teams will follow suit, and there will be some performances connected with game day, or at least over social media for us to all enjoy. I think the Pacemates were another team that just kind of announced that they weren't holding auditions out of this, you know, concern for safety. So keep our eyes peeled. I'm going to be keeping my eyes peeled for the NFL cheerleaders announcement in terms of Pro Bowl, if they have one. And then any other updates that come. I mean, I plan to launch an episode next week as well. This is just one of the ones I've been holding on to all summer long, but it's just a wonderful conversation that I also think will get you guys pretty motivated for the new year. And, you know, like, I know it's coming close to the end of NFL season, and a lot of people are probably, you know, just a little disappointed because they planned for this to be their last year. They planned to retire, and it probably wasn't the season. It was not the season that you wanted. But, you know, there's just so much that you're going to be able to do after this. And I just think all the encouragement that I can give to Giggles, really? All the encouragement that I can give to just think outside the box and go big and go for your other dreams. I know that, you know, dancing professionally is a huge one and it takes up a huge amount of time, but there's definitely life after cheer, right? And speaking of which, you guys, the career panel episode that I'm trying to plan is coming together very nicely. I'm so happy about it. I'm not going to say names yet, but I have two people that have confirmed, wonderful people that are former dancers and just have amazing careers. And I'm so excited for this. It might end up being, you know, later in January, just depending on scheduling. I might do it as a bonus episode, but definitely, you know, in January 2021 to get everybody energized and going for the gusto, whether they're launching a business or whatever they're doing. I think this should be a really great conversation. And I, again, encourage anybody who has a role model that you know used to be a professional cheerleader or dancer that you would like me to reach out to be a part of the panel. Do let me know. I mean, there's so many dope people. Like, I feel like professional dancers have like such amazing backgrounds and different careers and have done such cool things. So there's plenty to choose from. So it's good. Like, it'll help me narrow down who can be a part of this episode. So I do encourage you to let me know if there's somebody that you're just dying to hear their story or think would be a great addition to the career panel. But you guys are in for a big fat treat. Big fat treat. So excited about it. But if there's no concerns, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, a safe Christmas. just take it easy. Watch 12 Dates of Christmas with your family. It's not like trash reality TV, so you can watch it with your grandma and not be embarrassed. But anyway, let's get into this interview with Marcus Sophus. You guys are in for a treat, and I'll see you guys next time around unless there are any comments, questions. Hi, Steven. I'll wait because I know I always be like, do you guys have anything? And then I'm like, bye. But it's really awkward and I struggle. So I'll give it a second. If you have any questions, comments, who else watched 12 Dates of Christmas? Am I the only one? I know I'm not the only one that watched this. So if you guys have tidbits or thoughts from the show, I want to hear about it. Okay, that's enough awkward silence. You guys take care. Have a wonderful holiday. Enjoy your loved ones. Hold them close. And I'll see you next week. Bye. Have a wonderful holiday, Stephen.